anytime we're able to bring these people to town and get people excited about the music that I'm excited about, I think it's been awesome. And people keep, we're doing more shows literally every month. It just
Hmm.
grows every single month. So clearly we're doing something right. And so,
Yeah.
betting on more creative music has really paid off.
You have really been delving into and promoting current artists that are pushing the boundaries of jazz. Can you give me some examples of this and who are some people to watch? Also, I want to know what your thoughts are because I'm all about the new jazz that's really coming up and out of Europe right now. But yeah, can you give me a little bit about your insights?
Well, it's it's a challenging thing to kind of make yourself known in this music these days. There's ways to do it. You can do it by being an incredible trumpet player or an incredible drummer. That's valid, and those are important things. But, to me, the people who are trying to push the envelope, trying to create, trying to do something new. There's a great saxophonist from the States, Josh Johnson, who is doing really interesting work in solo saxophone. And I've been trying to get him to come up for a while. He's come up as a side person on a few things, but eventually we'll get him up as a solo artist. There's a clarinetist from Chicago named Angel Weed. She's just doing incredible work, and every album she does is very different. Every project she works on is very different. It's rooted in, the traditions of musicians like Sun Ra or other, the AACM and other free jazz organizations out of Chicago. But she's also adding classical music to it. She's adding improvisation. She's adding electronics to it. Um, she's really creative. There's a great drummer from Germany named Christian Lillinger. He's going to be playing here later in the summer. That's not going to be one of my shows, but that's going to be a great show. Really great band out of the States right now that I love a lot called Irreversible Entanglements. And they have musicians from New York, Washington, and Philadelphia, all in the same group. And they kind of bring back a bit of a 1960s free jazz spoken word vibe, kind of, Gil Scott Heron and Amiri Baraka and people like that.
Wow.
And but are also adding contemporary music to that as well. Darius Jones, a dear friend of mine, saxophonist living in New York, he's doing wonderful stuff. Mary Halverson, great guitarist. We're hoping to get her back here later on in the summer.
Did I
Uh,
give you the wrong question?
no, no. Is this too much
we could
info?
spend we could spend 20 minutes, I think, maybe an hour on the list of people that to watch. I mean, that's the thing I've loved about, again, listening to that interview is you have such a richness in just knowledge about, musicians, the instruments themselves, the history. I mean, my gosh, where does it end?
Well, it's very easy. It's something I'm excited about. I wouldn't do this if I didn't love it. And just being able to work with some of these folks and bring them here and kind of, for me, the whole thing is showing people what I hear and helping, bring music that isn't necessarily the most commercial music and taking a risk on it and bringing it to audiences that I know will love it. And a lot
Mhm.
of the stuff and a lot of what we've built with the Infidels is,
Mhm.
thankfully the audiences have really put a lot of trust
Mhm.
into the Infidels and into the brand. And so
Mhm.
these days, if we put our name on something,
Mhm.
I like to think that people know that it's special and that it's not just, another night at the jazz club or, another night at the jazz festival. It's something different. It's thoughtful. It's curated. Um, Obviously, it's a company, so we want to make money, but at the end of the day, there's way easier ways to make a living than this. And so at the end of the day, anytime we're able to bring these people to town and get people excited about the music that I'm excited about, I think it's been awesome. And people keep, we're doing more shows literally every month. It just
Hmm.
grows every single month. So clearly we're doing something right. And so,
Yeah.
betting on more creative music has really paid off.